Hello. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to another episode of Podcast. Can't believe it's episode 15 already. Wow. So today's guest, we will have 8-Bit Eric with a side of Tony Stark's Stark of Iron. And without further ado, let's bring on our first guest. Welcome back. Muted.
All right, that was actually my mom, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I answered real quick. They're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just started a live call. We're live, so it can't. You know what I mean? Anything can happen when you're live."
Yeah, I've had that happen before.
Oh, it always happens whenever I'm doing. If I go live, I'm always getting a call. It's like they know. It's like they know.
Oh yeah, I've had people. I've been on live streams. I've had people just like send me a text, and I'll completely and totally and utterly forget that uh, that I have my Discord on and not realize it, or I'll have my phone on my table and completely and totally utterly forget, and then somebody calls me, and then you'll hear the vibrating on the table, and it's very annoying.
I was jamming out to your song, that little intro song. What's it from? Is it just like a generic song?
Stupenzo made it for me.
Oh, okay. I was
Stupenzo,
all
he
like,
made the Stupenzo made the song. He made the music video based on things that I like. So yes, I'm a very big Godzilla fan.
oh yeah.
Um, exactly. The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he even, though I haven't set out the first video yet, he even did the music video for the review bits that I'll be doing. However, I did the song for that one.
Nice.
But he's very cool. I highly recommend you check out his stuff. Give him a like. He was on the show last weekend. So, hey, but Eric, tell
Yes.
everybody in the chat what it is you do.
In case you don't know who I am, I make videos that are like trending topics, news, gaming commentary, uh, thoughts on anti woke stuff, things like that. Basically, what everybody else is doing in this community. But there is gaming content on the channel as well. I reviewed stuff many years. I started talking about Nintendo again a little bit because we got the Switch 2 coming out. So, yeah, that's about it. I'm pretty sure most of the people might know, but if there's brand new people, that'd be awesome. Always like to have brand new people come in and
Yes.
hang out and join.
And as for our next little touch of fun, Mr.
Oh, did he just pop? Wasn't even ready with my sound cue.
Oh, well, now you are.
Hello. Hi. Pleasure to meet you, 8-Bit Eric. I am the producer of today's program. The last couple of programs, as a matter of fact.
How's it going?
So, Tony, tell everybody what it is you do.
I write parody songs. I voice act. I play some video games. I'm a big 40K geek. I'm a Fallout geek. I also write many parodies against, good old woke Hollyweird. And I'm Iron Man, but I'm pretty sure everybody knew that one already. So, pleasure to see you guys. Here's to a good show.
Yes, very much so. So, first topic we want to get to, I mean, today we obviously We're going to be covering Nintendo and the box office, surprising box office hit, Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
I was, I was not seeing, I was not seeing that. I mean, I saw the movie, but I was kind of blindsided by how much of a hit it was.
Um, I always figured it would make money, but I mean, do kids these days not have any standards for brain rot?
No.
I, my personal opinion is I think what drove Minecraft to be so successful, or at least one of the reasons why, has to be Snow White.
I mean,
Mm.
I
I
think I think
watched,
it's one of the parts.
I watched Minecraft. I went to a special screening that YouTube had in Austin, and Kata from New Blackstreet went to, and I I thought the movie was garbage. There wasn't anything redeeming about it. Nothing I enjoyed. Uh, I thought it was terrible. Had horrible fucking dialogue. I couldn't even compute what the hell was going on, but I was also
Yeah.
drinking the whole fucking time too because it was open bar. So like I was just like, this is bad. This is bad. There was like some stuff that had potential, but it was just I don't know, man. I was like, how can anybody watch this? Like I think of terrible movies that I enjoyed more than this one. I
I
bet you
mean,
Snow White's better than this fucking movie.
As
well,
somebody who's seen them both, it's very hard. Very
yeah,
hard.
I went into I watched it. I made the mistake when my niece, she wanted to watch it. I made the mistake. I never get to take her to see movies,
Mm-hmm.
and my brother called me up one day and he said, your niece wants you to take her to see a movie." I said, "Sure, okay. What movie does she want to see?" And he's like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Name the movie. I'll take her to go see it." Big mistake. She wanted to see Minecraft. First thing that came out of my mouth was, "Oh, hell no." And then I got the lecture of a lifetime from my brother, and I was like, "Okay, she's my niece. I love her. I'll make the sacrifice." Day before. Oh, by the way, her 4-year-old little sister wants to come too. I was like, "Oh, joy, joy, this is gonna be fun." So my mom, both my nieces and I, we go see Minecraft. Before the movie even starts, my niece's icy straw broke, so I left to get her a new straw. On the way back, I was curious about Snow White. I wanted to see how many people were in the theaters.
Mm.
Empty,
Mm-hmm.
empty, 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 with the exception of one, and that one person that was in the theater that I saw was the janitor. I asked him, "Are you cleaning up from after a show?" He said he had nothing there. He said he didn't have anything better to do at the moment. Come Minecraft, I couldn't make heads or tails as towards what the hell was going on. To me, it seemed more like a movie full of memes and nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing, I mean, my nieces, yeah, they loved it. My 4-year-old niece, she was jumping up and down in her chair, dancing to all the music, and my other niece, she only wanted to see the movie so she could hear Jack Black say, "I am Steve."
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
That's the only reason.
I
And then at the end of the movie, standing ovation from everybody but me. I was like, I can't. I
am
can't.
sorry. I'm sorry you sat through it. I had a similar theater experience.
I could
Everybody
not.
was laughing at memes that, yes, I was aware of some of these memes, but I just didn't think that the amount of moosh that was interred in these people's skulls from being beaten to death by these memes. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Skibbity toilet movie
No, we
or
will.
some, because that's the lowest common denominator in the modern
Yeah.
audience now.
Yeah, and you even had that like little side story going on where you didn't know what the hell was happening. You had the villager having dinner
Yeah.
with the kids' principal, it's like, okay, what is the significance of this? How does this add to the plot at all?
Mm.
And then, of
Yeah.
course,
Well, in my theater, nobody laughed. Yeah, I guess I don't know. My theater didn't have fun. Nobody did the chicken jockey. Like people were groaning like audibly, like "Oh, really?" Like I don't know, because it was mostly adults when I went. It was mostly like
Mm,
content creators.
I was
YouTube,
surrounded
like
by kids.
literally, YouTube had us all going. There was a couple kids at this one, but it was audibly groaning, especially the you mine it, I craft it. Like everybody in the
ugh.
audience is like, "Oh God," and I just
Yeah.
I just I don't know, dude. This is bad. And somebody said it was the same stuff as our parents when we were kids. No, our stuff was at least somewhat. Even the worst stuff had some kind of like not everything has to have like a fable or a moral to it, but there was at least some kind of lesson to be learned or some kind of entertainment value. Like this one
It
was just
was. It
this
was.
literally felt like it was made by AI and it was like AI.
Yeah.
The pigs in this, I told one of my friends, the pigs in this movie kind of reminded me of Angry Birds.
Never
No.
saw it.
And I mainly say that mainly because of the pigs. The pigs were obsessed with getting the eggs. In this case, the pigs were obsessed with getting to the surface and getting the gold. And it's kind of like, what? I don't understand this. And then on top of that, the thing made so much money that based on the post credits, there has been a large hint to a sequel.
Yeah, there definitely will be one. And it'll
Uh,
probably be made fast. Like the
Yep.
Sonic movies, those movies were made quick as hell. Like all three of them. There's been three Sonic movies in a trilogy that started before the fucking multiverse saga started, and it's ended already before the
mhm.
multiverse saga's even ended.
Yeah. Some people are saying there's a fourth movie. I don't know if there's going to be a fourth movie.
Oh,
If
there
there is,
definitely will be,
I
and
don't.
or
I don't
spin-offs for
want them to
sure.
make a.
Even if it's not Sonic the Hedgehog, it'll be Tails or any other characters that could be
Shadow.
in there. Yeah, there
I
definitely could
don't
be a
want them to
spin-off.
make a. I don't want to make. I don't want them to make a fourth movie because then it gets too childish because they're bringing in
Sonic's
too many.
already childish.
They're bringing in too many animated characters at this point, and it's like, please
Mm.
don't.
Anyways, I do hope James Marsden, since spoiler alert, they announced him already for Doomsday. I hope they make some kind of inside joke with him and like furry companions, like little, like because he had
Oh,
Sonic, he had
yeah,
Yeah.
no, but I'm hoping that we see something with like him and Rocket Raccoon at least. I think that would be good, like a good little nod, like just like a little, like a funny
like
little nod, or maybe
don't
even
worry, I'm good with animals or
or maybe
something.
even him with Beast, since Beast is a furry blue guy. Maybe they could do that. I think that would be good. Or Nightcrawler, something just to like a nod to it. I think that'd be good.
Something blue.
If they had good writing skills, they would do it.
Or like maybe have Rocket fall into a vat of
Yeah,
blue stuff and he comes out and he's like, oh, hey, you
yeah.
remind me of someone. I don't know. Anything.
Uh,
Any anything can be done right now because the MCU movies, they're either cheesy or just flat out bad.
Agreed.
Minecraft was a combination of cheesy and bad.
I think every terrible movie I've seen before Minecraft was better than Minecraft.
I
I think the worst movies I could think that I've seen the last couple of years. This was the worst. This was easily the worst, but it's gonna make so much money. So
Here's
I
a
mean,
hot take. The Amazing Bulk is better than Minecraft.
dude, even oh, did we lose Scooby?
Oh, we lost Scooby.
So even the actual Minecraft game got an update with DLC that's Minecraft movie
Yeah.
related. So definitely, I mean, they got McDonald's. That's probably killing it for them. Get a
Mm-hmm.
$15 adult Happy Meal. Uh, the Minecraft game has movie stuff. This
Yeah.
movie's more than probably closer to tripling its budget already.
I wouldn't be surprised if it crosses $1 billion worldwide before the end of the box office. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, it's over 300 million already,
Yeah.
and it's probably beat out. It's probably beat out. Did it beat the Mario movie yet?
I can double check the numbers right quick. Let me
I
go to the
think it
numbers.
might. I think it might have. But now it's the second week, so let's see if it gets a second week drop off or not.
Worldwide on the Mario Brothers movie was $1.36 billion worldwide.
Uh,
So that's after that's the highest grossing film of 2023, which I think is
yeah,
hilarious that Barbie is the second highest grossing film of said year. Ugh, my, how
I
far
haven't
we've
seen
fallen.
Barbie yet.
I have a parody song about it. It's that bad.
But I mean, it's another franchise that's been around forever, even longer
Yeah.
than Sonic, Mario, and Minecraft. I mean, that's one of the oldest ones in the book. I mean, at some point, Barbie might even become public domain in the next 20 years or so.
Hmm.
Let me see. 1959 design is still patented, but the 1960s version becomes public domain in the 2050s. So we're going to see a lot of public domain Barbie stuff in about
Yeah, we will.
25 years from now.
In the retirement home, no less. Well, retirement home for me. I'm pretty old.
Which
Well, I do
anybody
apologize.
watching this, anybody watching this, if you want to make easy money, start writing your scripts or your books or whatever based off
Yeah.
of public domain stuff. And that way, when public domain hits, like let's say 2030, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what's coming out public domain 2030. Donald Duck, Mary Poppins. So already start making your Mary Poppins horror movie.
Yeah,
You know?
it's got to have that cheesy horror schlock first and foremost.
Yeah,
That's with every one
but
of these.
basically already have it ready 5 years from now. That way, as soon as it fucking goes, you could just publish it out and get it going. And yeah, so I'm keeping the convo. I noticed Scooby's gone, so that's why I was just looking up into this. When's Minecraft going to public domain? Fucking 30 10.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy to think about, man. It
I've seen
really is.
debates where people think the public domain is way too long.
I
Like,
agree. I'm on
yeah.
the side of the fence that is in agreement. Having almost three generations, full generations from one IP becoming in public domain is ridiculous because
Yeah.
the zeitgeist is evolving at such a rate now that nobody is going to, quite frankly, give a shit about stuff from 90 years ago.
It's kind of wild if you think about it, man. How long people retain rights and stuff to things,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then like some of the loopholes and stuff that can be made with stuff. Like in technically, Tolkien, Lord of the Rings and stuff is public domain, but you can't make anything that includes what WB has
Right.
the rights to. So you can't like it's like there's certain things that aren't like even Wizard of Oz and stuff like that. But I mean, even Little Mermaid, I think is to an extent, right? But
Mm-hmm.
Disney owns so much certain things, technicalities and stuff. And honestly, I think that's why Disney's been remaking stuff like live action and stuff, so that it kind of auto renews. That I like every time they remake something, doesn't it auto renew the rights to it or something?
Something along those lines, yes. Scooby Pup will be back. She has to close her browser and refresh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, welcome back. Well,
She here yet?
Yes.
There she is.
there she is, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna have to re-queue up all of your graphics though, bud, because I don't know which graphics you
Yeah.
had queued.
Yeah. I know. My problem.
You're
Sorry,
good.
everybody.
I was trying to keep the conversation
Oh no,
flowing.
Yeah,
no.
we were
Keep
doing it.
keep on
Yeah,
going.
it was good conversation. No dead air. We don't like dead air.
That are bad,
Dead air bad.
right? Eric,
Uh huh.
Mr. RTU, dead air. Dead air. Nothing but dead air.
Dead air dickers. Yep. So,
Yes.
what's next on the topics?
Well, we continue about this, which was such an extremely
It was
disappointing
terrible,
movie.
Yeah.
Because
terrible.
I was really, I had high hopes because I've played it before.
Yeah, it's addictive.
Yeah,
It's a
I've
little
had,
too much. It's a little too wild now. There's like way too much stuff. I like basic ass like Minecraft when it first came out. Um, it's good, good. I guess they made their money back. Congrats, but the fact that it just felt half-assed, the cast that was the cast, you see them in everything. The acting wasn't even that great. Jack Black did good. I'll give him that. Momoa had his moments, but it seemed like he was just chilling, like he was a favor. Uh,
yeah,
Jennifer
because
Coolidge. Jennifer Coolidge was great. Everything else was just kind of like
I
I don't
didn't
know,
know the
dude.
names of half the people in there. I only knew of Jack Black and Jason Momoa and Jennifer Coolidge, and that was
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I
Yep.
didn't care about the black woman. I didn't care about the sister. I didn't care about the
yeah.
little brother. I didn't care about any of the characters.
I didn't either, but it unfortunately it looks like this movie's gonna start a. I mean, even the title of the movie wasn't even like thought of a Minecraft movie. Like
I know.
now we're gonna get Minecraft
Yep.
unless they're gonna surprise us all and we're setting up for a Smash Brothers universe thing because Steve is in Smash, Sonic's in Smash. You got all the Detective Pikachu for Pokemon. You got
Hmm.
Sonic now. You got Mario. So you got enough characters to do a Smash Bros. Now.
True. Actually, that's very, very true. I never thought about that. That's actually very good. Maybe you should write some of the movies that are out there right now.
Imagine a Smash movie, though. What's the concept? Oh, a big hand is playing with their toys and they're coming to life, like, the
No,
famous
it'd be something
Crystal.
creative. Well, the characters in the characters in Smash don't know what's going on. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, there you go.
It would
Yeah,
be
they're
like
unaware.
it could be like very kind of like tongue in cheek. Could be
Kind of
cute.
like Toy Story. They don't
Yeah,
really
it could
know
be
what's
cute.
going on.
They could make it cute. Maybe it could be a little bit of a Wreck It Ralph twist with it, where the game
Yeah,
characters are aware. There's all sorts of things they could do with it.
Hmm.
You know.
Very much so.
I
I mean, we
thoroughly
got a
enjoyed
Zelda movie
the.
coming up. We got
Yeah.
the Zelda
Oh
trilogy
yeah.
possibly, so that could be in there. I don't know. At this point, everything's going to be
And the
collabing
Zelda is
and
live
cross.
action, right?
Everything will be crossovers, collabs, and everything ends up becoming
Hmm.
multiverse.
And as for this one took me a while to make.
Oh, nice. Mario's eyes.
Yeah, exactly. The crazy eyes.
And the crazy "I will have your money" eyes, or your soul, or both.
Yeah,
I can profit.
he definitely looks very soulless and
Yeah.
scary.
Well, if you ate as many cartridges as he has, you'd be pretty soulless too.
Quick shout out to Valkyria Winter for the two games he gifted me on Steam. Devil May Cry HD collection and KOTOR, Star Wars Knights of the
Kodor's
Old
fun.
Republic.
I
So,
love Kodor.
Nice.
thank you. To continue on, for Nintendo, Jesus,
Mm-hmm.
what aren't they asking for aside from our souls?
Your money.
I mean, in a way, Nintendo's always kind of been like that, right? Like,
Hmm.
Yeah.
it's just for some reason it's really noticeable now. It's very fucking noticeable now. But
Understatement.
they've always had like weird ways of doing crap, and it makes no sense. Like, it literally feels like they're still stuck in like early console internet, like instead of making it easy like how friend codes are done, they still always got to have stupid numbers that you can't even fucking memorize. Game chat is still a fucking mess that you got to fucking pay for. Literally, the button on the Joy-Con, the C button on the Joy-Con, you can't even fucking use unless you're paying for the subscription service for game chat. Then the fucking Piranha plant that they have is 480p, but you can use any other fucking camera you want, but I bet it's still going to be fucking chopped. It's Nintendo. Like, I love them, but I'm fucking getting fed up. Fuck
Yeah,
Agreed.
Miyamoto. Fuck
they,
Agreed.
Miyamoto.
I
And
can I can only take so much from Nintendo.
yeah, and I've been calling the shit out because it's like, okay, cool, we're getting Cyberpunk, we're getting Final Fantasy VII remake. Okay, I played those games 5 fucking years ago on better software and I
Yep.
mean better hardware, and people that haven't played them could still go out. You could go get Cyberpunk for probably $20 or less right now with all the DLC and everything fucking included. But no, you're gonna go get a Switch 2 and pay fucking what 60, 70 for it again, and it's gonna run like shit.
Yeah,
Nintendo is banking on their namesake and their brand, and they're
Mhm.
trying to just ham it in that, yeah, we're one of the first game companies in the world. Of course, you're going to pay for the Nintendo quote
Yeah,
end quote quality.
yeah,
It's
and they always do this. This is the same
yeah,
shit they did with the Wii U. They're doing exactly Wii U with the Switch 2. Even the name fucking sucks. Like,
yeah.
okay, Switch 2. People are gonna think, oh, it's just a Switch. Like Wii U failed because of the fucking name, right?
yeah,
And
and
they should have called this the Super Nintendo Switch. They should have called it just like the original, just like the NES was the Nintendo, and then it was the Super
Hmm.
Nintendo. This should have been Nintendo Switch, Super Nintendo Switch. That way people could be like, oh, it's better. But they're just so fucking, and it would have been cool. It would have been like a nod for all this 40-year-olds that are like still playing this shit. It would have been, I would even have the box, like have like the Super Nintendo font, but Super Nintendo Switch font.
On the black
You know,
box with
yeah, I would have had
yeah,
everything be a fucking
yeah,
callback to it,
yeah.
you know? But no,
mhm,
we got to have stupid $80 games. We got to have cute little cartridges all the time. Like, Nintendo just has to make their cartridges fucking complicated. We can't, God forbid, we have a fucking normal fucking CD or anything, you know? I, I'm fed
yeah,
up.
it's
Give me a fucking
$80.
third party game that's fucking brand new. How come they were able to do it for the GameCube? How come they were able to have Tony Hawk 3 and all those games that came out at the same fucking time, Matrix, Revelations, like all the third party games on GameCube were also out on Xbox and PlayStation, and they all came out at the same time. Even Wii was able to fucking do it sometimes. And
Hmm.
and now we're only getting ports of games like that are like
They're
5
pulling a
years old.
PS5. Yeah,
Like the other night I was streaming and somebody was like, "Oh, dude, I'm playing Red Dead on Switch," and I was like, "God, I'm sorry."
yeah,
You
what
know, oh, it's my
they're
first time playing it. Oh God, I'm fucking sorry, dude. I'm
yeah,
sorry you're having to play a fucking shitty version of Red Dead when you could buy it for like $20 and play it on the Xbox Series X, and it has an FPS boost.
Yep.
You know,
they're
it's like,
they're making a combination pull of Xbox and PlayStation 5 and
yeah,
PS5 and Xbox the new generations first came out, tons of ports.
yep,
A lot of ported games.
yeah,
Then you have PlayStation Plus and Game Pass, charging for everything under the sun.
and you know, like this whole like Breath of the Wild Switch 2 upgrade and stuff on paper in theory sounded fucking awesome, but then they announce it and you got to have like Zelda notes on it, like a fucking phone app involved with it.
Hmm.
Uh no fucking expansion pack included with it. You know, it's back to full price if you don't own it. There's no reason for anybody to buy the Switch 2 version of Breath of the Wild when you could just go get the fucking Switch 1 version and just pay $10 for the upgrade. And you know, it'd probably be cheaper that way, honestly. And even then, I would say just go get the Wii U version. Imagine being a freaking soccer mom or a grandma going to GameStop right now, telling them, "Hey, do you have Breath of the Wild?" And then they pull out a Wii U version, a Switch 1 version, and a Switch 2 version, and you have no fucking clue which one you're gonna buy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the fact that they solidified that digital's going to be 80,
Uh,
physical's going to be 90.
That is
Now,
just
back when Nintendo first came out and stuff, that was a regular price. But then
yeah,
again,
but games were like full, games were complete.
yeah,
You didn't have
that's what
to,
I was just about to
yeah,
say. I was talking to Cult Classic Cage about this. She's in the chat. Hello.
yeah.
Um,
Shout outs.
so shout out to Cassie Toasty. Hope you all
And
are doing well.
Cassie and Toasty are here.
Yes.
You know what? And I'm sorry because if you're able to hold that thought, I just had one because you're talking about like complete games and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes ports are okay. Like a couple years ago, they had Mario 3D World come out, but it had Bowser's Fury, like a complete mode, complete. Like it took me 8-9 hours to complete. Like it was almost like a full fledged, almost like a mini game that had its own engine, its own you know open world 3D Mario thing. Um, Even this new Mario party that's being ported has Jamboree TV, like something new. What does
Yeah.
Zelda Breath of the Wild do on Switch 2? Not a goddamn thing. They cut content off of it. You
Yeah.
got to pay for the content again, and you get a fucking little phone app thing.
Yeah, like back then in the NES, you were getting a full complete game
Yeah,
plus you got to pay.
yeah,
You had to pay for that, the little motherboard that was in there, and then you had the plastic cartridge
yeah,
that was getting surrounded and such.
mm,
Uh, that you would have to stick in and everything.
yeah. You
And then of
stick it
course you
in.
had your Game Boy and
Yeah,
the games for
and
that.
and then Nintendo was badass back then because
Oh yeah,
you had
yeah.
the NES stuff, you had the Game Boy stuff. Then, if you got a port like Mario All Stars went to the Super Nintendo, they upgraded every Mario
They
fucking game. It was
Mm-hmm.
all
did.
16-bit. There was new features, there was new music. Even the Game Boy, they
Oh
went
yeah.
from Game Boy to Game Boy Color to Game Boy Advance. Like how many times did they upgrade the Mario games just alone on Game Boy Advance?
Mario
Like
Kart.
like
They gave you new courses and stuff
yeah,
like
the
that.
Mario Advance games that were like Mario 1, 2, and 3, they upgraded them as well. Now it's like
Mm-hmm.
they're
Exactly.
just fucking giving us the fucking not even bothering to put anything. Like, why didn't they add dungeons to Breath of the Wild? Why didn't they fucking put at least like maybe give us something, some horses, give us something that different gliders, give us new costumes for Link. Would that take a while? You could just new weapons, new costumes, stuff that is cosmetic at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna, I don't know, dude. They're just weird. They
I
they don't
just want to
try.
share a memory. I won't take too much time. But when I was a little kid, I grew up with my dad's Atari 2600. And I went
Uh
over
huh.
to a friend's place and played their NES. And they were playing Super Mario Brothers 3. Now, we didn't
Yeah.
have a lot of money when we were younger. So, whenever Christmas came around, I got my Super Nintendo and I got my first cart of All Stars. And
Yeah.
just seeing the difference then from the eyes of like
Yeah.
an 8 or 9 year old blew my ever fucking mind. And
Mm.
there was a time when games evolved with the generations. There was a
Mm-hmm.
time where you could see concrete improvement. Nowadays, I saw this comparison between a 360 and an Xbox One, and it's such a minimum upgrade.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And we got a
Quick
3D
shout out
Ray.
to Subhuman, whose birthday
Mm.
is today.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
But
sub.
even then, what you were saying with the upgrade from that, at least there was still like differences, like in
Yeah,
certain things. Like sure, the Switch 2, like we're looking at it right here. All it is well the thumb that you had
Yeah,
pulled up. That thing that holds the Pro controllers, it's pretty much the same fucking accessory that we already have. It's just it's magnetic now with the Joy Cons. The Joy Cons are a little bit more round, but they're not much change. What one new button? They're the
you have a little bit more of
it's
a controller
magnetic, but
design.
Joy Cons fucking suck. I don't like
yes,
Joy Cons. And then to me okay, the dock is a little bit different. It's more curvy, but you know how many times I barely even like move the dock, whatever, my fucking whole entire Switch would just fly out of the fucking dock.
yeah.
Is that happened to y'all? Like you just barely move it, and then it just like I've cracked my fucking Switch a couple times doing that shit.
I am petrified of things like that happening.
Yeah.
I'm very anal when it comes to my electronics. So don't touch my PS5 unless you have a death wish. Uh, Same thing goes with my laptop. Don't you touch
Yeah.
it unless you have a death wish. My niece, she has a Switch. I have never really used the Switch that much. I've maybe used it a total of 2 times, and I dare not touch it because I don't know how they have it set up or anything like that. I always just, okay, you want me to play with you? Give me the controller. And the controller was so. the Switch controller was so annoying to me because I'm used to the PlayStation controller.
They're tiny.
And well, yeah, the
That's what
Switch
I don't
controllers
like about
are tiny, but also the
it. Yeah.
toggle kept throwing me off. I was like, oh my god, how do I use this? So it was really annoying for me.
Hmm. Well, I'm still gonna buy the Switch 2, unfortunately, but there's so
Sorry.
much things I have to be pissed off about it. You know,
Do you really think it's the tariffs that's holding it back?
no, that's
No.
just an excuse for them. The,
That's stuff that they're throwing out there into the media for us to not pay attention to other things.
well, there's different methods, man. I think marketing now is more like chess. And if I was putting a product out and I wanted news outlets to write about it and have people
Yeah.
cover it, and it kind of trends a lot more beyond just the niche that I'm in, I would
Right.
110% be like, oh, I'm developing a product, but because the current administration put tariffs, we have to delay it. And then every fucking news outlet, political,
Right.
entertainment, whatever, covers it. And then I could lie and say, oh, I have to raise the price anyway. Like I don't know, dude. I think maybe that they know that they could raise the price, so that's a
That's
convenient
shady.
excuse.
That's shady, but not out of the scope of possibility. In fact,
Hmm.
I agree with you. They're more than likely doing that.
It's 110% going to be. It's 110% probably going to get at least a $50 increase. I bet.
Yeah.
Uh, I would probably agree
But
with
give us
that.
something for it. Like give us some.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
fuck,
I
man.
mean,
Throw a motherfucking t-shirt in there and fucking, like maybe like a fucking like I don't know, like if they're delaying this shit and they said the pre-orders are delayed, but it's still going to come out in June. Nobody that pre-orders it's going to get it on launch day. There's no way. You're
hmm
going to get the only way you can get this motherfucker on launch day is if you expedite the shipping,
yeah.
or if you go to the fucking store and get the console, which that ain't gonna fucking happen. That I can't remember the last console that you were able to do that. I barely was able to do it the Wii. I think I got the Wii a week late in store, and then I think I got the Wii U I got day one. That was easy to get. The Wii U I walked in, got it. GameCube I walked in and got it. 64 walked in, got it. Every console except the Wii and the Switch I was able to get. Nintendo wise, no problem. Just walk in, get it.
hmm
No lines, nothing.
Yeah.
Now, I'll say this: the hype for Switch 2 for me is not as big as the Switch 1 was. Like I'm not like as excited, not like, oh, I'm gonna wait in line, blah
Yeah.
blah. I'm just like, okay, cool. It's 8 years, finally, and then they show the game. I guess we could see more coming up. We got a Mario Kart Direct coming. Uh, we probably have another direct or two before this comes out, but there was nothing that I was like, oh my god, I gotta play it now. Like cool, 3D Donkey Kong, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, my Metroid Prime 4 is finally coming out. Coming out. Everything else is like,
It'd be nice to have something good and fresh. Like
yeah,
back in the days of the Nintendo and the Super Nintendo and stuff, the games that would come out were always good.
yeah.
They were fresh. We had Star Fox, we
Yeah.
had Earthworm Jim,
But
we had GoldenEye. I mean,
yeah,
we had all those good ones.
but the
Yeah, we did.
problem is that all these games are fine, but then when you're looking at all the nonsense that's going on with the price, the console itself, it's just kind of like, okay, I don't need it. I'll wait. I could play all these fucking games on Steam Deck or PlayStation or Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I give me a minute. If they had like a new Zelda coming out, even if they just expanded Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and added like some kind of special Master Quest mode, something, and they didn't even do it.
Hmm.
Oh, I just got some breaking news. This is from Bethesda. It looks like that Skyrim Anniversary Edition will be on the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm kidding.
Skyrim's gonna be on fucking everything.
Yeah, I know. It's like
I love Skyrim though, but
Yeah.
again, like I was one of those idiots that bought it on the Switch and for full price again when I could have just fucking played it on PlayStation, which I did have. Actually, I played it on PS4
Mm-hmm.
and
I
all
never
that,
played it. I
and
never
then
played it.
I picked it up on Switch, and out for a while I was like, oh, this is the best Switch game. This is the best Switch game because at least it was like, I don't know. It was ambitious. It was big. It had a lot to do. Gave a lot of content. Skyrim is like, if you haven't played Skyrim, that's going to be a time sink.
Yeah, and
That's. I
then you
mean,
have the accessories for the Nintendo Switch too.
and it's
Like
going to be all the same shit that we had.
that cheap
The
ass
little
looking camera.
wheel. Yeah,
That camera looks so cheaply made. I'm
it looks
sorry.
ugly too.
Yeah. It's just kind of like out there on a little stick with a ball on top. It's
I
like,
would
I'm
rather
sorry.
I would rather just get like a regular 4K webcam and then 3D print something to go around it. Like,
Even the PlayStation webcam looks nicer
yeah,
to
a
an
little bit.
extent. I mean,
Even the Kinect looks better.
even the PlayStation one looks better.
Oh, I still have the old PS4 one. I got the
I still
adapter.
have that one too. I still have my PS3 one.
Nice.
I still have my PS3 system. I still use it. I still have my PS4 system. I still use it. I still have the cameras for them.
Like, somebody said we got. I think that SSG guy said something about GameStop in your chat.
Yes. Yes.
I went to GameStop today and it was the saddest fucking thing. I love GameStop, by the way, and I like to go in. I like to browse.
Yeah, GameStop is
But
cool.
it was fucking this one's probably the one that I went to is probably closing soon because I went in and I was just like, God damn, this is sad. Like there was barely anything in there. The
Hmm.
games that they did have a lot of backwards compatible games though. I will say
Yeah.
that for some of the more than the last time that I went in there was a lot of Xbox 360 and PS4 stuff and things like that were backwards compatible. I was like, okay, let me look. But then I'm like, fuck, all this is on Game Pass already. All this is on PlayStation Plus already. Like I was even thinking, oh, let me go buy a $20 game, that I've never played. Maybe something like this. And then I'm over here like, okay, all this I could just download for free right now and play
Yeah,
it, you know?
yeah,
And then I was like, yeah, the digital age is here, man. There's better selection with your subscription service. I critical of Ubisoft, but I was looking at Ubisoft because I have Ubisoft Plus. I was looking at some of the games on there today, like, okay, let me try a brand new franchise that's on Ubisoft Plus and let's just curiosity. I'm paying for this shit anyway. Let me download or let me play Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I've never played it, so I was like, let me because I just
yeah,
100%ed Shadows, which was a
yeah. I
fucking
saw.
I don't know why the fuck I
I
did
was
that,
like, he's
but
a glutton for punishment.
I was determined because I was like, I finished the game and I was like at 80 something. It's like, I might as well. I might as
Yeah,
well.
Shallow game if it took you that not that much time.
It was
that's how
actually one of the easier Assassin's Creeds to platinum. Uh,
that's how it was for me with Scarlet Nexus.
yeah.
I'd gotten so many of the trophies. By the time I finished the game, it was like at 70. I was like, oh, why not? Within like about 3 days or so, I had the platinum for it.
Uh, like with Valhalla, I played all. I know this is kind of like a new side topic. Valhalla, I played like all the DLCs, all the updates, all that, and I still have like less than 50% beat the game. I still have like less than 50% of the achievements. That game was like just content, like
That
never.
game's awesome. I love Valhalla.
Yeah, oh yeah, I love it. Mirage, I think I'm like in the 70% of that one, and it's a lot of stupid. I'll give Shadows this credit. There was no stupid like redundant,
Yeah.
um, like not many stupid redundant achievements. Like hit hit use your stealth on 100 enemies. It's like, god damn, or hit people with headshots 100 times. Like, Jesus fuck, man, how many times do I gotta do this in the fucking game, you know?
Right.
Hmm.
I think the dumbest thing was like find all the legendary creatures, and it was because some of them were like in the spring, some of them are in the winter, some are in
Mhm.
the summer, and some are only at certain times of the day. And what sucks about Shadows is there's no way to manually change the time of
Yeah.
the day. You could change the seasons only when the clock is like almost full, but other than that, it's like sitting around 80 minutes for each season.
Yep.
You
Hmm.
know,
Yeah.
Uh, but no, yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows was definitely a slog. I was like, why did I do this?
I
And
mean,
then I was playing South of Midnight last night, and it was like,
I'm
there's no way.
sorry.
yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna finish this game. I'm not gonna fucking 100% it.
Now we'll be talking about that later on tonight too.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, so sorry, we went off like a little sidebars.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, it does fall under the topics of, I kind of wish that Nintendo had more to open up with.
Yeah, I
Agreed.
mean, to be
If,
honest, a lot of times their console launches start off kind of crappy. Like I mean, the 64 had what, Mario 64, Blast Core, and Pilot Wings. You
yeah,
know, like
I could go into GameStop right now, and the GameStop over here where I am, they
Mm-hmm.
always have more Nintendo games than they do PlayStation or Xbox. You can go in there and like half
uh,
of the wall would be Nintendo, and like the other half of the wall would be half Xbox, half
Mm-hmm.
PlayStation. So it's kind of like they focus on Nintendo and this time, and especially what really gets me now for Nintendo is when they said if you can't afford the Switch 2, you can always buy the Switch.
yeah, and
And
I
it's kind of
mean,
like, what? Well, then what's the point if you're trying to
yeah,
tell us the Switch, you're trying to sell us the Switch 2, but at the same time you're saying if you're too poor, get the other system.
yeah, and I think it was kind of like a way, like I made a video talking about that. And in all fairness, it wasn't like exactly that quote, like I said it, but he pretty much said it. You know, like and I see where they're at, where they're staying with that, because you still sold like 150 million units,
Yeah,
so there's
Right.
still a big user base. They're still obviously going to support the console with a lot of cross generation. I think a lot of these games are going to come out for the next year or even two are going to be on both. You'll get a switch. You have a Switch One version or a Switch Two version of a lot of these games, except the third parties. I think some of those will just be Switch Two, but the
hmm
first party games will probably be cross gen, like how the PS5 early ones were and
yeah.
stuff like that. My GameStop, I want to say the PlayStation section's the biggest out of the one that I go to. Xbox is first up front because I think Microsoft does the infrastructure for GameStop's like shop system now. So they
hmm
made a deal where they'll promote Xbox the most.
Yeah.
PlayStation's next, and then Nintendo has the back wall. But most of the Switch games at my location don't even have their own box. It's all the GameStop boxes. So I don't even bother. I'm like, screw that. You know, all these snot nosed kids trade in their games with no case.
Right.
Speaking of kids,
Uh oh.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. Hey, good segue. Yeah, so like we were talking about this before. This is the same thing they did with the Switch. And I think a lot of Japanese companies actually do this with little toys and stuff because they sell a lot of those gotcha game, like little gotcha toys and stuff.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
essentially put a thing that tastes like earwax. Like the way that I don't know if you guys smell earwax like ever.
Oh no.
You never do
Maybe
it?
No,
as a maybe as a kid I may have, but
I
not
don't
now.
go out of my way to spell my own
Okay, well, I've
excretions.
smelled earwax. I've smelled earwax before. It tastes exactly what earwax smells like.
Ugh.
110%. Uh as a
Maybe as a
joke,
kid that I did that, but not as an adult.
when the Switch 1 came out, this was like literally like when all the games are coming out, everybody was reporting this, and a lot of YouTubers were like, "Oh, let's do a Switch 2 taste challenge," and people were
Is
trying
this
to
like the
hold
whole? Is this
you
kind of similar to what the Tide Pod eating challenge thing?
Yes.
No, it was just a put it on your tongue and see how long you could stand the taste. Um, it's not the cartridge itself that tastes bad; it's the sticker. They have something on the sticker of the game cart that tastes like earwax.
I was about to say I don't know how they could have ingrained such a taste into
Yeah,
the
it's on the
plastic.
sticker. It's on the
Yeah.
sticker, and it's very bad. It made me. I made a video taste testing a Nintendo Switch cart, and it actually legitimately, I yucked it up a little bit, but it made me vomit too. It legitimately was, it was pretty disgusting, and it's gross enough to where kids will not like it.
So it makes me wonder then if they happen to remove the little picture that's on there, would it taste any different?
I don't know because
And I'm
glue
wondering
would
if
probably
kids would
still be
go
there.
that far to do such a thing.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Never underestimate kids. If it's one thing I learned with my niece, never underestimate them.
I don't think I've ever seen a Switch cart without its sticker though. I wonder how hard the sticker is to remove.
I have no idea. I'm not about to find out.
But yeah, it's definitely does not taste good. If you guys want to try it out, you want to try it out?
No, thank you. I will
Absolutely
pass.
not.
I
Somebody
am not about
donate
to go
how
over
much?
to
How much if somebody donates right now, Streamlabs or PayPal? How much to even
Uh,
try it for like 5 seconds?
if I ever become monetized, I will do it.
Just Streamlabs it. Make a Streamlabs, girl. You'll get PayPal and you can get like instantly right now.
listen, listen.
I would do it honestly if I had my Streamlabs set up. I would do it for 50. No, I would do it for 20. I would do it for
If I
20.
had my Streamlabs set up for that,
5 seconds for 20, and then $10 for every second after.
oh God.
5 seconds for trust
Well,
me,
I'm using
like when I
StreamYards.
did
I'm
it,
using StreamYards right now, though.
I don't even think I don't no Streamlabs is a separate like you can
Yeah,
just have it
I
for
know. I
like
have Streamlabs, but I also
yeah.
have StreamYards.
Does
Uh,
StreamYards have a dono thing or no?
It doesn't have a dono thing.
Uh,
no,
uh,
but I
I
was
will
going to
tell
use
you
my
this.
I was
I
going to
didn't
use my
make
Streamlabs for my review
yeah,
videos.
I don't
So
think I made 5 seconds on when I tried it on my tongue. I don't think I made 5 seconds.
I mean,
Mm.
I'm the type of have you ever had oh God, I'm trying to think about those
I'm telling
mints.
you right now, I'm not even joking. Think of the grossest thing in the world, and I would probably rather taste that than the cart.
Does anybody know
What is that?
No,
the
just like
mints? It's
whatever's the
really
grossest that whatever you think right now that is probably the grossest thing that you would not want to taste. And I guarantee you the Switch cartridge tastes worse than that.
okay. Let me
I can
see.
think of some pretty gross things.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the Switch cart is probably worse than that. I was looking, I have a Switch cartridge here
Seen
somewhere.
and heard says
Okay, so
Alyssa's
are you
armpit.
guys familiar with
God.
are you guys familiar with Altoids?
Yes.
Yes, the
Okay,
breath
so you're talking to
mint-ish
someone
thing.
who, in the middle of eighth grade class, stuck 8 Altoids on her tongue and just sat there the entire time. Teacher didn't even know I had them in there. One of my classmates looked at me. They were like, "Why are you so quiet?" I turned around, opened my mouth to show them, and they were like, "Oh my God!" And my
I
teacher
was
stopped and went, "What's wrong? What's wrong? Something happened?"
so I was just sniffing it. It definitely does not smell like the stuff.
Oh God!
I never sniffed it, so this is the first time.
I'm
But
so
yeah,
glad we're finding all of these things out together.
God!
I might do a part 2 of the Switch taste challenge when the Switch 2 carts come out.
Oy.
Here's,
I'll tell
here's
you what, that boy ain't right.
yeah, this is the only Switch game close to me that I had handy.
Oh God!
Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen, if
hoping
you're
they're gonna
just
come out with
joining the
some good
stream,
stuff.
our conversation
I do
wasn't
have this handy.
so cohesive.
Oh, Concord. Oh yeah, that's right. The Concord that you got.
Sealed. I went out and paid full fucking price for it the second they said it was shutting down.
Oh God!
It's gonna put me out of debt one day. Watch.
Well, it's gonna. Yeah, it's either gonna do that or it's gonna make people laugh at you. It's one of the two.
Right.
Both. What's up, Roadkill? So you're not ever willing to try to take the taste challenge on the cart? You need to figure out.
I would, but I have my own ways of making money.
Yeah, but
Uh,
it's also about entertainment.
I'll tell you what.
It's only gonna
Um,
last like 5 seconds. Trust me, it'll only last like 5 seconds. There's
Keep
no
some mouthwash nearby, and we might have ourselves a bit of a deal.
And no, and it stayed there too. That's what
Oh,
was bad. Like after I took the mouth off and freaking tried to like get rid of it, it stayed there. I was like, it was like getting sprayed by a skunk,
I'll
almost.
tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal.
Oh,
Uh
Next time you're on the show,
yeah.
I'll
W-
uh
w-
I'll do it.
Yeah, just get a crappy game. Make sure it's one that you've only owned. Don't get a pre-owned one that you bought pre-owned because you
yeah.
never know if somebody did
No
it.
thanks. I will not
Because
get
you
a
never know,
pre-owned.
guys. Put it in perspective. You never know the game that you're buying pre-owned if somebody put their mouth on it.
Uh,
Scooby, we'll incentivize it a little bit. We need to get you a Streamlabs or a PayPal set up to incentivize
I
the.
Yeah,
have I have a
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
PayPal.
You
I,
gotta have a
I
little
have a
dono thing.
PayPal. I have a PayPal. I have a Venmo.
Mhm.
I just didn't
I
stick either the PayPal or Venmo in chat this time. And if I get my Streamlabs set up in time, then I will.
I'm a little concerned because I just opened my Tears of the Kingdom and it's not fucking in there.
Did you accidentally eat it like in the? No, seriously. I mean, some people have like instead of sleepwalking, some people actually sleep eat.
Yeah,
You sure you didn't do that?
no, I'm very concerned. Very concerned. Now I need to look for it. Which, by the way, I'm not a big fan of the Tears of the Kingdom fucking box cover. I always thought it's kind of just dumb,
It's
right?
very generic.
But
Yeah,
it's kind of, it almost looks like AI. And he's
Yeah.
just chilling. It's kind of dumb compared to like how cute that is.
yeah. It's like the other one is kind of like something you'd see from a generic anime.
Yeah, or like even the Breath of the Wild cover was good.
But yeah, it's man, to go to this extreme to actually have to announce it though, it's like what are kids doing? Jesus.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure since they're taking questions from outlets and stuff, somebody
Yeah.
thought it'd be funny to be like, do they taste bad again?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, aside from, the ports, just how many other games are going to be transferred over because the Nintendo Switch too and Nintendo overall has for a long time been known to be a family friendly console system and
Mhm.
family friendly business overall.
Yeah.
And this price is not very family friendly.
Which, funny enough, at one point they used to be in the business of love hotels in Japan.
Oh yeah, those.
Yeah,
I'm
way
very
back in the
familiar with
day.
those.
And they were a gambling company at one point.
Mhm.
Yeah, somebody's got this. Tony, that ain't me. I've been hearing the little Discord noises too. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
That
Somebody's got their Discord
mine's on
open.
me. Mine is on me.
I don't even have a Discord tab. This is the only tab I have on open.
Every channel that I have is muted, and I have a lot of
It's
channels on my
Discord
Discord.
Discord notifications. I have mine muted because I hate them, but I'm not even open.
Me neither.
Mine is 100% muted, as a matter of fact.
Dun 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 dun. We found our
Uh,
culprit.
who?
I'm double checking my
One thing
phone.
I'm trying to
I
still
even put
figure
my
out is
phone on
why it
mute.
looks like I always have a fucking strobe monster behind me when I don't.
Do
Uh,
you have
I
anything
even
blinking? It
no,
does
I
look like
don't.
got some
No,
blink.
I don't.
Oh, it's your camera.
It only does it when I'm on fucking when I'm on
StreamYard.
StreamYard. Yeah. Let me see if virtual camera does it. Hang
Well,
on. Let me see if virtual camera
I
does
got a
it.
strobe thing going because my reactor got blown up last Friday
See,
night.
virtual camera does this shit where I look all fucking.
Ah, I know what it is.
You're on Ghost Planet all of a sudden.
Maybe standard
No,
definition will make it.
no,
Nope.
no, 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 no.
Got a virtual background
All
or?
my all my channels, all of my channels.
Oh, she's talking about her Discord.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
No, all of my channels. What it is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All of my channels are muted. However, people are sending me private messages.
Damn. Who the fuck is
Ah,
writing you that much in the middle of your podcast? Don't they know you're live?
Yeah. You're popular.
Dude, you get more DMs than I do. My
Yeah.
Discord DMs are dry. I only get weird spurgy guys that are like sending me RTU and Kino Casino and Locale Live stuff. Like, hey, did you see what Boogie did today? Did you see what Wings did today?
Oh God, no. It's for me in my case, it's just like minor little things.
Boogie and Wings. Those are names I've not heard in a long time. Long time.
Makes me wonder if they're covering Nintendo.
Boogie probably will. I'm gonna see him in about a month at Retropalooza, which, by the way, anybody here is gonna be in Pasadena, Houston area, retropaloozahouston.com. I will be there. Boogie will be there. Game Chasers, the few other people I don't know off the top of my head. I'll be there though,
I can't meet any. I feel so bad. I
and
can't
I
meet
will be
anybody.
selling.
I can't do the Vegas or any of that other stuff,
I will
meetups
be
and stuff because
selling.
I'm stuck over on the East Coast.
I will be selling copies of my book and also some other games and duplicates and stuff like that. So,
Bitchin'.
yep.
Yeah, you if I'm only you can only find me at East Coast conventions. I don't do.
I
I'm not.
haven't been to the East Coast
I
since.
just like to go to the East Coast conventions because I find them
Yeah.
very very fun. I've gone to Otakon, Lord knows how many times, and
Have you been
Otakon
to
is the largest anime convention in the
Have
United
you been
States.
to too many games? I haven't been there in a few years. I used to go as a guest all the time.
No, I've been to Otakon, NecoCon, San Diego Comic Con,
Uh,
Big Apple Anime Fest, but I went to one that was in Pennsylvania.
mm,
I've been to a
yeah.
lot of them, but I just haven't.
Stop
Yeah,
messaging Scooby, damn it.
yeah, please stop.
So yeah, it's been a while since I've gone to the East Coast. I've done cons everywhere. Um, I guess I have like a funny sidetrack since we're kind of like shooting the shit a little bit. I've been because I showed the book. I'm actually in the process of writing like 3 or 4 other ones, and I start and move on. I have a sci-fi novel that I'm taking serious, but then I was like, one day I was like, man, I should just write something totally goofy, like something just off the fucking wall that'll probably sell because it's a meme. I'm writing an incel Bible.
Oh. Oh.
Or like
What?
well, it's gonna be called like the incel Bible, but it's basically be like a guide to being an incel. And
That's
it's gonna be satirical. It's gonna be over the top. Um,
interesting premise.
yeah. So
Slay,
I
slay.
have a few of it. Like I have like the forward, a little bit of the forward written. This is
Mm.
exclusive, a Scooby Pup exclusive. Um, So it literally opens, welcome to the Shadow Realm. So you found your way here. Congratulations. Or should I say, I'm sorry. If you're holding this book, that means you finally accepted the truth that the entire world is rigged against you. Women, women, corporations, and a shadowy network of Chads have conspired since the dawn of time to ensure that you remain untouched, unloved, and unshowered. Maybe you stumbled upon this book after Jessica from 8th grade ignored your Facebook friend request for the 7th year. Or maybe you're here because Stacy at work laughed at your fedora and said you smell like warm monster energy. Or maybe, just maybe, you already know that society's a lie and that women will never love you unless you have a jawline sharper than a sword. But
Or
fear
a bear.
but but fear not, King. This book is here to guide you through the advanced art of being an incel, coping correctly with it, and rejecting reality in the most productive way possible. By the end, you will have mastered the Chad industrial complex and how it keeps you down, blaming literally everyone but yourself for your lack of success, how to avoid hygiene and social interaction like a true Sigma male, effect, effective rage posting strategies that will earn you zero respect but lots of Reddit upvotes, and why deodorant is actually a feminist scam. This is not just a book. This is your survival guide. This is your Bible. This is your ticket to understanding why it's never your fault. Now let's dive in. So that's the intro to the book.
I want
That's good.
I
That is
want to
very
do a
good.
Reading Rainbow episode on this book.
And
What
you
I
know what?
want to
Just for another preview of the next thing, it basically says, to sum it up, it says the first thing you need to understand is that you are perfect. Your only crime is that you were born into a society that refuses to recognize that you're great. Women today don't want a nice guy. They only chase after the following: chads, criminals, Twitch streamers, and men who touch grass.
Ah! Ah!
And then it lists different. But I'm gonna actually illustrate this book myself, and
No, no.
what it's gonna be, it's literally gonna look like something Chris Chan would have made. It's gonna literally look like
Sonichu art? Oh my
like
god.
like crayon stick figure. Like it's gonna have like graphs. It's gonna have all this. So nobody better fucking steal this idea. Like I'm already
You,
like
Oh,
you
this
should
is
put
your
like a little
idea,
stamp
man.
of
No.
Sonichu that says Sonichu
I
approved.
literally, this is gonna be like great. Like I had
I
this
want a
idea.
copy of this
I
book.
had this idea because I was following somebody that was like, I'm gonna make an online internet course of how to be an incel, and then I was like, it's like, dude, that's genius. And I was like, in the back of my head, I thought about it too. But then I'm also writing another book called How to Not Be a Simp.
There
Like
you go.
there's a different book that I'm writing about
A
not being a simp.
motivational book that a lot of people
Yeah.
need.
And then I was
Not
also
being
gonna
a
write.
simp.
There's a few other ones that I'm having fun. I want to make like a satirical book series that are like quick books, like almost like a maybe even like as thick as like a Switch fucking, like maybe the size of a Switch, like a fucking little
Eric, I
book.
opted my skills as a voice actor and orator to provide you the audio dialogues required in case you ever want to have this in an audiobook format on Kindle.
Miss Sparkle said she knows somebody. Well, it'd be funnier if I drew it. Like
Mhm.
Yeah.
I need to draw like a graph of the Chad Industrial Complex. I need to draw like
Through
I
your
already got
eyes.
ideas. I already have ideas for funny stuff.
Saint Adjacent says, or do the opposite, make a book on how to be a simp called Simpin' Ain't Easy.
Yeah, I have funny. I got a lot of funny crap here
Oh.
that I want to write about. So, anyways, enough about me. What's the next topic?
Well,
So far, we're just focusing on Nintendo and Minecraft, but that doesn't mean we can't go further into our wonderful game of focus right now that you were playing, South of Midnight.
mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Before we get to this topic, I do have to go ahead and announce that I must make my leave. I have my
Oh,
show in approximately 20 minutes, and I dare not be late.
Okay. Well, thanks for hanging
So,
out.
Scooby, do you have everything from here?
yes. Yes, I do.
Excellent, excellent. I will post the link to my show Proviso. We're going to be discussing a little bit of pop culture news and the order of the day as of the last week. So if you have nothing better to do after this program ends, please consider hanging out on our little corner of the internet for the Starkcast, which you can find right here. And we're going to be discussing a little bit of the same topics about Nintendo and how they're trying to price hike everything, as well as some fantastic snore news and Feige's failed investment into Daredevil and much, much more. So we hope to see you there.
Thanks for
Yeah.
hanging out.
You bet. It was
Yeah.
a pleasure
Thank
to
you.
meet you, Eric and Scooby. I will see you next week. Unless you want to hang out for the Stark Party, which is Monday. 1,500 subscriber Stark Party starting at 7 p.m. going to question marks. So
I'll
if you
probably,
want a
I'll
link,
probably swing by it.
sounds good. I will send you a link. All right. You guys have a wonderful evening. God bless.
See ya.
Later.
So, South of Midnight. I know you tuned in a little
Yeah.
bit. Uh,
Tuned in to watch you, and I've caught a bit of hypnos.
it sucks.
So I've noticed.
I do like the Southern charm to it, and that's just me as a Southerner. You know,
Hmm.
I like, contrary to popular belief, because people go, "Oh, grifters hate black people." I love black people, especially the Southerner, like black, like like the Cajun, fucking Louisiana, like East Texas black. you know?
Mhm.
And I think the voice acting in this game is great. That's the best shining part of South of Midnight, the voice acting. Hands the fuck down. Even the art direction, I could see where they were going and I can appreciate it. But the game itself is a slog. The game itself is fucking boring. Combat garbage. Feels long. I was excited because I was looking at a walkthrough that had 8 chapters listed. I was like, oh, okay, I could fucking knock this out on a stream. I'm on chapter 5 already, right? Then
Yeah.
I fucking go to a different walkthrough and it shows like 14 or 15. I was like, oh no, fuck this. I ain't completing it.
Yeah. If I do recall, I was reading I think it was
Oh yeah,
in,
yeah, I know what you're gonna
yeah,
talk about.
last night I told you about it in
Yeah.
Twitter. Somebody had posted a little bit of an article saying that the original voice actress who had auditioned for the part, who was black, uh, was not given the part because she didn't sound black enough.
Hmm.
How can you not sound black enough? I'm
Yeah,
very
that's
curious.
retarded.
It's kind of like, okay, I don't sound female enough.
Yeah, that's retarded.
I'm lost in that concept. I really am.
It's
And
almost like racist.
yeah,
For the people that call other racist, it's racist.
yeah. And then of course, I mean, this game has not helped this studio at all. It has, if anything, it's been really bad for the studio. And this is what happens when, once again, you use a consultant studio, especially Sweet Baby.
Yep. That's
Um,
going to be the biggest harm to it is that, and honestly, I don't think it needed Sweet Baby at all.
no, it could have done a lot of these games that get into trouble. Uh, they get in trouble because, and a lot of YouTubers and gamers have been screaming this. It's all because of the consultant agencies. You don't need them.
Hmm.
All you need is a good writer.
Yep.
It's all that's needed. Give us a good writer. If you have a good writer, you get a good game.
Hmm.
Simple as that.
Yeah, and there was moments with this one where I felt like the story was okay. I think the biggest harm with this game itself was its actual gameplay. I think I was like, yeah, this game is like,
Too slow, too fast.
no, it was just there. It was just there.
To
It was
me,
just,
from what I have not played it, I will say that much. But from what I have noticed from Hypnos and Kata's and your gameplay is it's ridiculously slow, and I cannot stand the storyline and the fact that knowing that it's a self insert of Kimball Air
yeah.
got on my nerves. It really got on my nerves. I was like, another self insert game. I hate this. Yeah,
See, I didn't hear about that, but now that makes some sense.
yeah. And then it had I don't know if Hypnotic's still in the chat, but I do believe Chris Kindred was also worked on the game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sweet Baby Inc. just in general was like super hands on. Apparently, I
Yeah,
mean, I wouldn't doubt it if everybody's favorite Kotaku editor was pretty hands on with it too, behind the fucking scenes, because she went and visited.
former editor,
Yeah,
as
she went
we
and
all know her to
visited.
be.
So who knows, right?
Yeah, in her little mind, it's probably the opposite, but she is former. I don't care what anybody says. Uh, but yeah, I'm. So you're not incredibly enjoying it, but you are somewhat enjoying it.
No, just what I saw. That was what I liked. The rest, I'm not going back and playing it. I already uninstalled it. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'm not finishing this. It wasn't anything like anything of note. Nothing.
If you could give it a score out of 10, what would it be?
A 4.
Really? And
Yeah.
Minecraft?
In Minecraft, what do you mean?
The movie? Minecraft, the
Oh,
movie?
Minecraft? Dude, that was a fucking 4 too. South of Midnight was better than Minecraft the movie.
Well, you might want to be careful. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a movie for South of Midnight. I mean, well, hell, there's movies out there.
Uh
You know what? There's already movies out there that are like South of Midnight. Come to think of
you
it,
know, the game should be called South of Mid, not South of Midnight, because it's
I
pretty
think
fucking mid.
I think I heard somebody say that in chat.
Oh yeah, wow. I just thought it was creative.
But yeah, when I came in yesterday, I saw the giant talking fish. I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, the fish was pretty freaky, and then there's a giant fucking gator. Reminded me of fucking Peter Pan.
And then there was Harriet Tubman wall run that I
Uh
saw a clip of.
yeah, that was weird.
I was like, "Where
Like
did this
like
come from?"
they could have just made a regular game about the Underground Railroad, and I actually probably would have enjoyed that.
Yeah,
You know, not I'm not even trying to joke about that. I think I would have actually enjoyed an actual Underground Railroad game a lot more. Like if they made it like accurate and didn't really, I
I
mean,
don't. Yeah, I don't mind games that would be. I mean, if they're gonna do games like Underground or whatever, if they make them accurate, I got no problem with it.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, even if it does, even if it were to sound boring, if it were accurate, I would have no problem with it. The only game that's been somewhat accurate that annoyed the hell out of me, and for any of you old schoolers who know what I'm talking about, Oregon
yeah.
Trail.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one's old school though. It's like a
That's why I
good.
say it's the only other game that's pissed me off big time. And oh my god, Discord. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I heard the beep again.
I don't know what to do. I signed out.
You can mute the tab probably.
I signed out. I don't know what to do. My phone's on mute. I signed out. Oh my god, I'm starting to hate Discord.
Yeah, I remember I used to get those alerts all the time, and I was just like, yeah, I'm turning this crap off. Turning this crap off. So I turned notifications off on everything because I was just always getting notifications on everything, and it would just wake me up. Like people would wake up like super fucking early, different time zones and stuff, and I was just like, yeah, I can't do this. I cannot fucking do this.
Yeah, my mom does that to me all the time with Facebook Messenger. Like it'll be 3 a.m. in the morning. She'll send me something because she can't sleep, and I'll be like, damn it.
D- and then I remember you came in last night, and I brought up folks. I didn't know those were elsewhere. They had one here in San Antonio back in the day.
Yeah, Po Folks was a southern restaurant. Um,
Yeah.
it was here where I live too. Um,
I need to see if there's any still existing. If there is, I'm
I
gonna
think they
fucking
went
go
out
there.
of business. I mean, it would have been awesome to see a Po Folks in some sort in one of the video games out there. That'd be awesome.
According to this, they're in Florida still.
Take me to Florida. I'll go to. I will go to Epic Universe and I'll go to Po Folks and I will be perfectly
There's
happy.
4 in Florida. There's St. Pete, Pensacola, Lynn Haven, Panama City, and Niceville. So the
Let's
closest
see,
one to me is Pensacola.
Pensacola. That's a military area, right?
I think there might be stuff there. That is exactly. I'll tell you how far that is from me. I haven't been to Florida in a minute. That's 10.5 hours.
Jeez.
It's not too bad. Once you get to New Orleans, you're almost there.
Oh,
It's not
wow.
too bad. I haven't been there in a minute. I liked it though.
It's funny. After I saw the Minecraft movie, my mom said she wanted to see it again. She liked it.
Oh wow.
She liked it. I was like, I tried so hard to stay awake, but it was so cringy that it was one of those movies that was so cringy that you were about to fall asleep, but at the same time it couldn't get you to fall asleep.
Yeah.
And my niece, she like I said, she just wanted to see it because she had to see Jack Black say,
I'm
"I am Steve."
yeah.
The
I was pretty I was it was open bar. YouTube usually does open bar at all these events. So
Mhm.
I was like by the time the movie started, I was about 6 drinks in. So I was just like I needed it cuz it was and every time I cringed, I ordered another drink. I was like, yeah, this is
we used to
bad.
have we used to have the ability to bring alcohol drinks into the theater while we watched the movies, but the theater killed killed that little experience.
This is one of those. It's an Alamo Draft House, so it's like you order from your seat. Um, you order your food and your drink.
Yes, exactly, Sonia. Exactly.
What?
Fuck Minecraft.
I mean, Minecraft itself is good. Just the movie was fucking mid.
Yeah, I've never really gotten into the game. I've played the game before. It wasn't one of those ones that I got addicted to. I played it because of my niece, but she went from Minecraft straight to Roblox. And I would not be surprised if we had some sort of Roblox movie coming up. I know we have Five Nights at Freddy's, the sequel coming up in June, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And they've already shown commercials for that. I don't know if
Surprised
you've
Jack
seen them.
Black ain't in that. I'm surprised Jack Black ain't in Five Nights at Freddy's either. He's in every other. It's either Jack Black, Kevin Hart, The Rock. you know.
Well, they have the original cast from the first Five Nights at Freddy's in the sequel, so that means what's his name? He played Shaggy.
Matthew
Uh,
Lillard.
Matthew Lillard. He's also going to be in it again.
Yeah, yeah. I wonder how, but no spoilers for anybody. I
I
thought
don't
the
know.
movie was okay. That movie was better than Minecraft.
I was surprised. Uh, I found Five Nights at Freddy's pretty good.
I thought it was, man, it was like it was okay.
It was not Oscar worthy, but it was entertaining.
Hmm.
What's December, Sonia?
Christmas
Everybody loves Christmas.
seems like it's a today as far as like topics go though. Like not I'm not talking about your stream, but like I'm
Hmm.
looking on Twitter and YouTube. Just like nothing's happened today.
Yeah, not much. Twitter's actually been quiet today. I know. I was
Yeah.
surprised. It's usually
What
pretty
other
booming.
what other topics did you have for the show? Just more Minecraft, Nintendo.
That's basically it was Minecraft and Nintendo, but other than
Yeah.
that, I mean, we
Yeah,
also did like
I'm even looking on YouTube. It seems like nobody's really
it's either
uploaded
that
any.
or people are still gushing about Ubisoft. And I believe
Yeah,
you just did a recent video about Ubisoft doubling down on something.
yeah, the lawsuit that they have with the crew, a game that
Okay,
they took
tell me.
down. So they've been going through a lawsuit of a because there's a game that they shut down completely, and people are pretty pissed off about it that they did a lawsuit against Ubisoft, and Ubisoft is basically saying that when you buy a game digitally, it's a license. That's like their defense against it, which is basically them doubling down on the gamers need to be comfortable not owning their games
Hmm.
narrative
Yeah, I
that
remember
they've
that.
been going through. So
Yeah,
we'll
it's
see.
hopefully. I mean, I know on the BAFTA awards, those were so boring. Uh, they had like a steady stream of just like a few games. It's like they didn't pick any more games than they already had.
Hmm.
Um, and of course, as with the Game Awards, Astrobot took Game of the Year, which I kind of saw coming. But
Mm-hmm.
the BAFTA awards, those were pretty similar to family friendly content.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of, I mean, there are any upcoming games that you are looking forward to?
Man, everything that I'm wanting to check out is like years away still. Final Fantasy 7 Part 3, GTA 6. Um, I am curious if we're gonna get new version of a Switch. Like, so the Switch uses like a variation of Fortnite Mobile.
Hmm.
I'm wondering if Switch 2 is gonna have full fledged console Fortnite, like what PS5 and Xbox and PS4 have. Like, I'm wondering if we're finally gonna get like a real version of Fortnite.
Yeah, with all the things that they have to go on with, like the subscription for chat
Yeah.
uh, and subscription for hell, everything on there. It's got to be annoying. It's just like what everybody's saying on the C button on their credit card button.
Yeah.
I'm starting to 100% agree with that. But it makes you wonder if they're going to change that in the future. Maybe you think?
Uh, I don't know. It's Nintendo. They take forever to get with the program. They,
Yeah,
they're. I don't know, dude. They're a mess, but
I'm
we're still
worried
gonna
that they're
eat it.
going to start send it. If a lot of people start, buying their games at the $80, $90 price, I'm worried more so that that the other companies are going to start saying, hey, they can get away with it. We can get away with it too.
Mhm.
Naturally, I don't think Steam would do that because obviously Steam has sales left and right. Um, PC games are pretty much cheaper all around. Everybody realizes that now. Or at least PC gamers, they all know that they can abide by that. But for console, it makes you think that it makes me worry that the games will rise up in price to 80 to 90 as well. Because in their defense, it's like, well, you're also paying for the box.
Mhm.
Yeah, but well, okay, so the box, the game, but also the subscription. And in
Yeah.
some cases, for some of the games, you need the damn camera, like the Mario Party.
Yeah. I mean, it's everything's gonna be something you have to pay for or use. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so we're gonna get that. We're gonna get a
Game
camera.
chat should be something that's free. I don't understand why you have to pay for it.
Yeah, it should be something that's included.
Now I
But
know with PlayStation and stuff, you have to pay for the online access or whatever. I get it,
yeah,
but I don't know, man. I'm just gonna use Discord to talk to people if I'm gaming on the Switch too.
yeah, because it's like for them, it's like they're nickel and diming you for everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting a cheap ass looking camera that's ugly as hell on top of that.
Absolutely.
Games that are gonna require you to have that camera. And for the chat and the camera, you got to have a subscription to use both. And for, of course, to play online games with other people, you got to have the subscription to do that. And it's just really, really annoying. It seems more trouble than it's worth to have the Nintendo Switch 2.
Yeah, it's there's no point almost at this point. It
Because
has to
it's,
have a lot of ways to go. I mean, everything about the Switch 2 already feels like it's behind. You know.
mm-hmm. Because I mean, in, I have no doubt in my mind, maybe, I don't know what your opinion is, maybe in about 2 more years or so, another Xbox or PlayStation will come out.
Oh yeah, I mean they've already talked about the next Xbox for a while. Um, I remember they had a developer direct and they talked about it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can see, and by then, Nintendo will once again still be behind.
mhm.
And who knows what other good things have been added to PlayStation by then. And as it is, Xbox has also been saying they're thinking about going away from the console service and going straight into the PC.
Yeah, I mean, I think PC's the way to go, to be honest. I think everybody should at least start developing, even if you're a console, like Xbox and PlayStation are doing it. I think Nintendo should go that way too. I think they will. They won't, but I think they need to.
I don't have a PC. I can't let alone even afford one or a gaming laptop. The most I would be able to do is get a uh, Steam Deck. That would be the most I'd be able to do.
Hmm.
Otherwise, I would have to save up for like 2 to 3 years to so much as even get close to getting a PC or gaming laptop. Luckily, though, my Steam account I can use. I use when I go to my brother's. I play games over there with his Steam account.
Nice.
Yeah, but
I have a
otherwise,
I have a gaming PC, but I use it to stream. I don't actually use it to game. So it's like I don't know. It's like I- I'm
when
not
I
using it to
stream
its
gameplay,
potential.
yeah, when I stream gameplay, I use my PS5 because you can stream directly from your PS5 to YouTube or Twitch.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, have I used the video version of it so you can show yourself while you stream? No, I don't feel like it. It's too much trouble to set it up. Uh, the laptop that I have, I use for my podcast, and because I just cannot play computers games on my laptop. Last time I tried, my screen went blue, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing that again."
That's hilarious. I'm not laughing at your bad luck, but that I've had like I try not to stream and play off of the same computer that I like. You know what I mean? Like I tried to do Xbox Game Pass on the PC, and I was trying to
Mhm.
play Resident Evil 7 and stream off of it, and it was just a mess. It was like, yeah, I'm not doing this bullshit.
Yeah, I've thought about stealing my mom's laptop, but I don't think her laptop would be able to handle it in the slightest.
It might not.
Uh, because hers is one of those Google Chrome books.
Hmm. Yeah,
So
that wouldn't be able to game
yeah,
off of
and
it.
it would not end well. At least, especially for her, she wouldn't be able to use it. It blue screen on her, and then I would have to come up with a damn good lie, and I'm not good at lying.
Hmm.
But anywho, we've reached the 90-minute mark.
Uh oh. Always
Yeah,
goes by so fast.
I know. And next time we will definitely have more topics. That much is for sure.
Oh no, this is cool. This is fun. We went on some side tangents
Yeah,
and stuff like
the
that.
one game that I'm looking forward to right now, I pre-ordered last night. Cassie, she's like a cult classic Cage. She's like
Hmm.
the little devil on my shoulder.
Hmm.
And I was talking to her last night, saying I can't wait for the la- for Lost Soul Aside, and she's like, buy it. I was like, what do you mean? She goes, yeah, it's for pre-order, right? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, buy it. Like, no, I don't buy it. But
What is it? Last Soul
Lost
Aside?
Lost Soul Aside, yeah. And she was
Mm.
going, buy it, pre-order it. I'm like, but I don't like. She goes, do it. I'm like, okay, fine. So I pre-ordered it, and I said, if it sucks, I'm blaming you.
Mm. Well, I mean, I think you get like a couple hour refund policy, right?
I don't know. I pre-ordered it from Best Buy.
Oh, physically. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
thought you were talking about.
physical discs is what I like
Yeah, yeah, me too.
because if you get something digital and something happens, then you're
Yeah,
screwed. If
yeah.
you get something that's physical and something happens, you can at least take it back
Hmm.
and switch it out for something new. There have been times where I've gotten both the digital and the physical,
Hmm.
and those are little brain fart moments of mine.
Real quick question. I see they're doing Nintendo Switch 2 experience events. What are you close to one? Because I don't think I am.
I don't know if there's any of them that are coming up soon.
Let me
I know
look.
there's a couple of game conferences coming up that are going to be streamed on YouTube in June and such. I do intend going live with those.
The closest one to me will be in Dallas, but I'm not going to go to it.
Yeah, anything East Coast wise, I can easily do.
There's Los Angeles, New York, and Dallas.
New York is probably something I would be able to do. I used to go
Actually, the New York one was was last week. It was at New York Nintendo. It was at where was it? It wasn't at Nintendo New York. It was Center 415 in New York, April 4th and 6th. April 4th to the 6th. This weekend is, well, right now as we speak, it's in LA. And then the 25th to the 27th, it's going to be at Dallas, which, does it even cost money to go? Let me see.
Some of these conventions and stuff like that, I look up. Some of them I like completely, totally, utterly forget to look up. There is a store here owned by a friend of mine who wanted me to work for him during a comic book convention that was over here in Washington, D.C. one time. I was like, nope. He was like, why not? And I said, am I getting paid? No. Nope.
You had to enter a wait list and see if they accept you, but I think it's too late to enter the wait list.
Yeah, for me, it's yeah. You can find me mainly at anime conventions, just wandering around, checking things out. Because at anime conventions, they do have video game areas too, where you can
Uh-huh.
sample video games and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I usually go there, I play video games there, and I wander around and just
Yeah.
grab my anime stuff and my video game stuff, and I'm happy camper around those.
Yeah, most of the time when I do cons, I'm there as like a panelist, and I usually get like a table and I sell like merch and kind of hang out, sign
Yeah.
stuff.
For me, I believe last time I went to a convention, I went to Otakon, and I was walking around, and somebody was dressed up in full Revan gear from KOTOR and Knights of the Old Republic.
Hmm.
And I thought it was the most awesome getup. And right next to him was a robotic R2D2 that followed him around.
Nice. I've seen R2 units. Those are badass.
I was like, I have to. So I took a whole bunch of pictures of those guys.
Yeah, I haven't played Knights of the Old Republic too much. I've played just a tad, and then I never like continued on. I need to take a look at because it is backwards compatible.
I am a huge fan of Knights of the Old Republic. Huge, huge fan.
Okay.
Revan is by far my favorite Star Wars character.
But you don't have any Knights of the Old Republic in your intro.
Yeah, that's Stu Penzo. He was like, name a few things that you like, and I was
The Godzilla I liked in there. I'm not a big Godzilla guy, but I can appreciate. I love like the cheese. I love.
I gave them the first couple of things that popped into
There's
my
just something about like old Godzilla with like the rubber outfits and the cheesy like I love that.
My very first episode had Sammy 3P, and we were covering Godzilla -1.
And my favorite Godzilla moment was actually when he does like the little fucking Irish, like the little jump. I forget which was that Son of Godzilla when he's jumping and he's doing like forget what you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't remember which.
And then there's one where he drop kicks somebody and it looks like he's literally like sliding on his tail.
Yeah, I've seen the cartoons too. But
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
he asked me for a list of things that I liked, and I just gave him a couple on the off the top of my head. I was like, I like Ghost Rider, I like Godzilla, I like video games. You know, I was just giving him a big list, and he just compiled a bunch of clips. That's
Here,
basically what he did.
I'll send you in the private chat. This is the the jump I'm talking about. It's in the private chat for StreamYard real quick before we go.
I will definitely have to check it out after stream. I'm still learning. I'm a baby streamer.
Oh, it's cool. I
So
do
there's a
appreciate you
lot.
having me on, though. You caught me at a good day when I didn't have any wrestling or anything. I've had like the last 2 weeks or so with no wrestling, so it's been good. But I took like a little bit of a break. I was just kind of
Mhm.
burnt out. I was feeling like a little bummed and stuff about life, so I needed to take some time off.
Yeah, everybody. Since everybody's going to the Las Vegas meetup next weekend, um, I figured pretty much everybody's going to be busy. So, podcast, I haven't decided if it's just going to be a reactionary thing or if it's just going to be canceled overall. Not too sure yet.
I mean, you should just stream anyway. I
That's
might.
why I said make it like a. I'll pick a few reaction video. I'll pick a few videos to react to, or
Yeah,
I'll think of
that'd be
something.
good.
I'll think of something.
But yeah, thanks for always having me, and I appreciate it.
No problem.
So
You're one of the regular favorites. So
awesome. I appreciate that. Anybody watching, feel free to stop by as well.
yes, he has some awesome shit. Check out his videos. Tell us anything you got coming up real soon.
No, that's when I said it was slow today. I was looking for something I could talk about later or tomorrow because I didn't have a video for today. But
Mm-hmm.
it just seems like a slow day. Like I don't know. Maybe I'll talk about the tongue tasting stuff on the
Oh,
cart.
God.
I'm like, can I make something funny out of that? But I don't think I could. I'll just wait.
I don't know. Given enough
Some
time, you
some
probably could.
sometimes on slow days like this, I call them routine maintenance days. So like I'll be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back on my channel, see if I could make a title or a thumbnail better or work on my playlist and like
Mhm.
I do like maintenance, you know what I mean? If it's a
Yeah,
slow news day.
I try to do that as
Because to
often
be
as I
honest, I
can.
kind of burnt myself out on like part of me was like, man, am I too overly negative like with the content? You know what I mean? Like I started like doing that, like, man, maybe I should be a little bit more like talk about some fun stuff for a little bit.
Well, I mean, the content, you gotta admit, it's hard to not be overly negative about it, considering that
Yeah.
a lot of the content right now is
Yeah, yeah.
negative. I mean, we
Absolutely.
do need some really fun content out there.
Yeah.
Aside from having some upcoming games that look really really cool, like we
Uh-huh.
got Expedition 33 coming up.
Well, yeah, that's why like the Switch 2 coming out was like
Yeah,
fun. Even though there's stuff to bitch about, it's still like fun.
yeah, it's
Fun.
nice to know that there is another version of it coming out. But what
Yeah.
sucks about it is the price and everything else. But um, you know, I'm hoping that there's going to be more games coming out for it. If there are, great.
Oh
Price
yeah,
tag sucks, yes.
there definitely will be, but it's gonna be a slow process knowing
Yeah, I gotta
Nintendo.
say, if they want people to pay those prices, they better come up with something good. So,
Oh, absolutely. But I'll go ahead. I'll stop uh overstaying my welcome. I'll
oh,
definitely
don't worry,
talk to you later.
you're
I might
always
stream
welcome.
tonight. I don't know if I am or not. I'm going off of like a half hour sleep. So
Yeah, you need to get your sleep. Everybody, for me, I know I've been a little bit lackadaisical on the Scooby Pups Barcade,
mhm.
uh, but yeah, I've been lacking in sleep. So yeah, I needed to catch up on my sleep as well. However, Monday, back on schedule. I'll finish off the Uito hard mode run, and from there, I will pick up a new game, whichever game it is. I will let you know. So keep an eye on the Twitter posts and YouTube posts.
Mm.
Thank you all for coming. Please like, follow, subscribe as well. Thank you to 8-Bit Eric. Mods, if you can, stick his link in the chat. And see you all again next time. Bye.
Thank you.